Today's shirt, this guy. Days with Jordan the Lion. We're heading to the park now. Gonna take Jaw to the park, bring him home, and then I'm gonna go pretty much back up there, go for a hike, and I'm gonna show you guys something interesting that you may not know exists in Hollywood. Let's go! And today's shoes, the red leanings, because, well, I need something with a little bit of traction and something easy to wipe off and clean, and these are it. Boom! Red leanings. Alright, well, we're heading to the park like I said. I guess, you know, in theory, I could make life easier on myself and just take Jaw for the hike with me, since we're going to the same place. It's basically, yeah, it's pretty much the same, kind of the same area. But the reason I don't is because Jaw likes his social time, and he needs to be around other dogs. That's more important to him than the exercise, so we go to the dog park for him to play. And it's just been so hot out here that I don't know that he could handle a hike after that. We'll see, maybe he will. But there's two sides to get into the park. One of them is a much longer walk to do, and it's not quite as interesting. But if I do the other one, the shorter one, the problem with that is I have seen rattlesnakes there before. So that's kind of the other reason I don't want to take Jaw. I don't want to deal with the rattlesnake. Just a little bit of time for him to play is all that matters in the day. He needs that social time. He has certain times of the day where he just gets stir crazy if we're at that apartment, and he'll just want to go outside, and he doesn't have to go out for any particular reason. He just hopes to run into buddies. Just like he's doing now. Just roaming around, sniffing around.
Just run around. Oh my god, you're so cute. I know. Oh, you're so pretty. You're like a mini cobra. You're like a mini version of my beastie. Oh, you're so silky soft.
Rough day at the office for these guys. Turned into.
I don't believe that we all people a little bit.
Well, the Scientologist called the cops on that guy who was losing his mind. I come walking out, I see the cops talking to him, and both cops are busting up laughing. He's over there entertaining them. Even the security guards across the street are now standing over there laughing. I don't know what he's saying, but he's got everybody rolling. Look what she has painted up in her window. Nice. Well, I dropped Jaw off, changed some of my clothes, had to put some shorts on for this hike. Now I'm hiking. Gonna be going up, going past the famous Hollywood Land Realty, which is where the Hollywood sign originally got its foundation from. It was an advertisement for them. So we'll be going past there. We'll be going past the little corner free book center that you wouldn't even know there is there unless you're walking, which is what they want. And then we're gonna walk up the hill right where Moby lives or lived, and take this little path down, and that will eventually lead us to something called the Hollywood Reservoir. This is kind of the entryway up into where we always hike, up Beechwood. See, there's the Hollywood Land sign. And then right here's the free little books. You can borrow them, bring them back whenever you want. I love those kind of things. Ted Kennedy books, if you're looking to get political. A little bit of everything. Nothing really too interesting to me though. So, and then right over here is Hollywood Land Realty, where everything got started. And then, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, they have a little Beechwood Cafe right here. And their little village supermarket. Right here's the supermarket. A lot of people don't even know this market or this exists up here. And then we're gonna walk all the way up into that neighborhood, straight up. Got some Obama fans over here. I always like the looks of this house whenever I've hiked up here. I'm really out of shape, actually, to be honest with you. I usually exercise a lot, but the last month or two I haven't done it at all. That house. So you're gonna hear me breathing a little heavy because I don't really do the hiking like I used to. It's been so hot and I haven't woken up in time, so I just don't do it. This section of Beechwood's actually like one of the oldest neighborhoods in Hollywood, so we're probably gonna see some pretty cool houses up here. Like this one. I love this house. It's probably easily 4 floors. Pretty cool place. And huge. How much we've walked since I started. That's the grocery store right down there. And here's more of that house in the corner that I was showing you. Now, our goal is to be up there. We're gonna be walking up there and then taking the path down. Nice little flowery area. You too. Well, when I found this wall, I knew I was in the right spot. That's the street that we turn up. Look at this house. I don't know any significance about it, other than it looks like something Mike Brady would have designed. Now we're gonna take this long winder all the way up. It winds about 3 or 4 times, so. But there's some really cool houses to look at up here, which I don't mind. Made in India. Okie dokie. Now see that house up there with the steepled roof? That's the one they say was Moby's house. And that's actually where the start of our trail is. Pretty close. There's the house. And here's part of the entrance. Kind of looks like a lighthouse. They say that, well, Dean Del Rey told me when we used to hike up here, this used to be Moby's house, or still is. And it just keeps going around. Now, if we see Moby out hiking, it's probably safe to assume he does live here still. And that's the front. And there's the start of our trail. Let's go. All right, let's read the rules first. No motorcycles, no motor scooters. Carry your bag and carry your manners. I think we can handle that. Now, way out on this trail, as we get deeper down in, is where I saw the rattlesnake one day. And I wouldn't think much about it if it weren't for the fact that, like, a week or 2 later, some other friends were out here hiking and they reported the same thing, that they saw a rattlesnake. So we're actually taking what's like a man-made trail, but doesn't mean that you still don't have to keep your eyes open. In fact, when we ran into it, we almost walked right over it. And I saw it, and Del Rey tried to get it to move, and it wouldn't move. He finally picked up a stick and had to, like, poke it and push it 2 or 3 times to get it out of the path. So you'd never know this is here, but that is the Hollywood Reservoir. And there's actually a bridge that when you hike out here, you can kind of get to it from over there by where John and I go to the park. But you go a little bit further past the park, and then you have to walk all the way around, and it doesn't connect. So you get to like one point and then you have to turn around and come all the way back. But I'll show you where from here where the park is that I take Jaw to and that you guys see every day. That is, if we take this trail right here, if we take this trail all the way around the other side of that mountain, and the park that we take Ja to is right there. From here, it's probably a 10-minute walk. But we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna go this way, take this path. They used to actually have a bench right here. People would like sit here. And like I said, you would never know. For years I lived here, and I would have friends tell me that they hiked the reservoir, or they went jogging around the reservoir every day. And I would come out here looking and I could never ever find it. And then one day I just kind of stumbled upon up here where Moby's house was, and I saw this little trail and I just started walking. Next thing I know, I saw the water, and I just started taking trails until I made it. There's always people out here, so we're definitely, I'm sure, gonna run into somebody. We'll see some people out here or whatever, but it's usually a pretty quiet hike, pretty quiet trail. Not much shade, so it's extremely hot, and I'm glad I left Ja at home. Especially just, you know, you don't want to take the risks with a rattler out here. He's much too precious to go down to a rattler. One of the things that I love about living in Los Angeles is, you know, even though I'm not a motorcycle rider, on a motorcycle, about 2 hours in every direction, you can find every climate that you could want. You can be at the beach, you can be at snow, you can be at the mountains, you can be at a desert, you can be at a dry lake bed, you can be in the snow. I mean, it's just, there aren't a lot of places that offer that. And for as many things as I don't like about living in Los Angeles and California, one of the things that I really do love is that I can just hop in my car and drive to Joshua Tree and be in nature, or go to Solvang, which is 2 hours away, and be in a Danish community. That doesn't happen in Ohio. You see that guy? Not that it's all that exciting, but you'd never know that was out here. Well, even though it looks like a stop in the road, you just kind of walk around it. They have like a gate up here too, but you can tell, can you guys see that? There's a walking trail down there too, right here. You can take that trail as well. But I kind of like the nature-y part of it. And I always forget how long that trail part of it is if you take that way. Now, this concoction of wreckage right here, this is actually where I saw the rattlesnake last time. It was curled up. That tree hadn't fallen. Wow. Yeah, that tree hadn't fallen, but there was a lot of brush here, and it was literally just curled up right here. Let's be daring and go through it. We're pretty close to the bridge. Like I said, I lived here for so long, and I kind of would hear about it, but I never had been out here. And it's a pretty cool place, just to come out here and hang out and lose yourself. And you'd never know that it was here. I mean, I have done hikes, Saturday hikes, where I come up here by myself and I walk from my house up to here, and it's about, I don't know, 45 minutes from my place to walk all the way up Beechwood Canyon and then get out to here. It's not too bad. And you hike around a little bit. Now, I've been told that even though that's all closed off, that like area down there, you can see it, that they do let people film down there. I don't know what they would film down there, barren wasteland, but they do apparently. I hear all kinds of like little noises in the brush as we walk. We're getting close. No dogs allowed. Well, see, probably a good thing I didn't bring them then. No dogs allowed sign on here. Now, they used to have an opening over here, and I'm going to be pretty disappointed if I walked all this way and they don't. They've got to have some way to... Yeah, there's an opening. Okay. They used to have this section right over here. See, it's kind of fenced up. That used to be all just broken down. You could walk down both sides. Keep me wild. Mountain lions, huh? What? Well, I wasn't planning on getting a mountain lion pet today, so we're probably okay on that. Here's the path that goes all the way around. I was kind of wondering where that was. And then here's the bridge. What we got here? Here we are. I am not a fan of heights, so this isn't one of my favorite places to go, but I kind of want to show you guys my surroundings and where I live and what's available to me whenever I need to get away. So I'm just walking around and sharing the nature. How awesome is that? Did you guys just see that? The lady that walked by had an Ohio State Buckeye shirt on that had all their championship dates, all the championship years. Now they have a little look at that, man, shit. They have a little plaque up here on this building that kind of tells when this was constructed and some of the history behind it. But for me, I just like knowing this is out here. I mean, this is one of those things, like I said, it took me so long to ever know that it was here, that I love to blow people's mind when they want to go for a hike or something and they're like, well, I haven't exercised in a while, I want to get a hike in, but I don't want anything too extraneous. So this is the kind of place you bring them. A lot of flat land. This actually, you can go to the other side and it connects and goes all the way around. And that's kind of the foot of where the park is that I take Jaw. So that's nothing too exciting, you know. Technically, I mean, this, like I said, this is the Hollywood Reservoir, but looks like they call it the Mulholland Dam. And why was that? Well, because it was chief engineered, William Mulholland. Guess that makes sense, doesn't it? Completed in 1924. Wow. It's kind of amazing the ingenuity that goes into starting a civilization, starting a city. I mean, I haven't personally seen all the photos of what Los Angeles and Hollywood looked like before everything started, before, you know, movies kind of took over the town. But I know that they had to really do some work to create roads, and especially since so many of these housing communities are up in the hills and they built so many houses on the hills. That's more than my brain is able to comprehend to put together into an understanding of how you do it. My brain will never work that way. But that's the Hollywood Reservoir. And that's downtown, all the way down there. You can see the W, you can see cranes, of course. But just want to let you enjoy some nature. And we're gonna get out of here. See that little island down there? That's kind of what I was trying to show you guys earlier, that I said they don't let anybody down there, but they do film some things here and there. And home we go. It's funny, as I was walking off the bridge, see, sometimes I wish I would just keep the camera rolling constantly. And if I had more memory available to me, I totally would. But as I'm walking off the bridge, I see just one of the most spectacular looking women I've ever seen, wearing some pretty amazing looking clothes, walking right towards me, and I almost said out loud, "Where's the photo shoot?" And then she gets right pretty close to me as she's passing, and I hear her yell to somebody else on the bridge, "I have my clothes in the car. I'm ready to shoot whenever you are." I'm like, "Oh, yep, sure enough. I wasn't wrong. Here for a photo shoot." You don't see many people rollerblading anymore. Those weren't even rollerblades. What are those? Did you see that? Those were like, they look like kind of skis that you strap onto your shoes, and he had like ski poles. But they work like rollerblades. They're just longer than rollerblades, and they're not connected to the boot. So I don't know what that is, but I'm sure that's a new fad. The good part is that most of the walk back to the car is downhill. I pretty much put in all the hard work getting up here. Tomorrow, I'm working all the way in Palm Springs most of the day, so I don't know what we'll do. I'm kind of thinking, I know what I want to do. It's just, and it won't take much time, but I gotta really be on the ball tomorrow. Back to this mess. We have a woman jogging behind me doing a really weird jog. I'll show you guys. If she's not anorexic, I don't know who would be. Holy cow. We're getting there. You see it, don't you? Right in the distance. Like a little fort back here. Somebody was back here hanging out. There's even a trail. You guys see that? Nothing too exciting, but it's about the shadiest little hangout here. And in these kind of places, you gotta know there's always people that come just to hang out and drink and smoke and... Oh, wow. How did I not see this? The swing. Do you guys see that? I walked right past it and just tripped over a rock and did not notice this swing here. So cool. Huh, I'm glad I stopped. I blew right past it earlier and didn't even notice it. This also seems like the kind of place that somebody would put a geocache out here somewhere. Seems all right. Until that. They had multiple knots in that rope that was holding that swing on. Like, just kind of like Boy Scout knotting it, and I think just one of the cinches on the knot slipped. Well, we made it back. Unharmed, unscathed. No broken bones, no broken swings. Hope you guys enjoyed the little hike with Jordan the Lion today. One last thing. Why is that like airplane going straight up like a rocket? You guys see that? Peace out to this house. Well, this is awesome, guys. On my way down the hill, as I walked past the supermarket, there's that little antique store. I kind of flashed on the camera when I was going up. I've never been in there because it's never been open when I'm over here. I walked in and that place blew my mind. I ended up kind of making friends with the guy who runs it. He showed me some really interesting things in there and told me that I can come back tomorrow and we're gonna vlog it. I almost don't even want to spoil the surprise by telling you some of the things that he has, but let me just tell you this. He has a lot of personal items from Harold Lloyd, including a watch, and he's gonna show us the watch. It's monogrammed. There's a little locket that comes with it, and it has a picture of his wife and daughter in it. And the guy even has the whole story as to how he has them. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. He has, his entire store is basically what our vlog is based around, that kind of stuff. And he gave me his card, so we're gonna go back tomorrow. Boom.